Hey babies, welcome back to my channel. If you guys miss how to stretch your hair or how to do a heatless blowout, definitely make sure to check out the video that I posted just before this one. The only thing that I did differently, I did actually end up applying a little bit of heat just to get my hair as straight as possible. I blow dried my hair out on low just to pretty much pull my hair to the best of my ability without having to do like a full silk press and all that stuff, because remember, we want to avoid heat damage. So I'm going to be showing you how to cut your hair already in that afro state without having to apply additional heat. You guys will notice that some areas here were just like simply not cut well the first go round, and because I wanted to keep all of the heaviness and all the weight of the hair towards the back of my head, and then of course allow the bangs to kind of grow out. So I told you guys I was going to slowly be trimming up the back just until the front bangs kind of catch up as well. So you'll get a little bit of that in the video where I'm kind of just slowly trimming it off. This is going to be a light dust, not a cut. Nothing nearly as dramatic as the original video that you guys saw. And so yeah, we're just kind of go through that, and I will come back towards the end of the video just to give you a little bit more detail. Alright, so I actually thought about it, you guys. I'm gonna kind of stick around for this video only because clipping my ends, you guys will get really irritated. I don't know if you guys can tell by now, but it appears as though I need a ton more cut off than what is actually there. You can kind of see through some of my ends, so when I say that I'm dusting them, I'm literally just getting it to a point where my hair is even. This is the only goal for this video. In terms of health of my hair, this is something that I'm just feeling like my ends look, it's not even my ends, it's the shaft of my hair that looks really, really frizzy, and that it needs to be deep conditioned altogether. This is something that we kind of noticed when I did the wash and go as well. Just looking at how the product was not really penetrating the shaft of my hair, but was more so sitting on the top of it. So now that I'm really looking at this, I realize that the damage is really internal, you know, and so it is from root to tip that I'm noticing that my hair just kind of, I don't know what it is, but it's like the moisture is just not sticking into it. And this will probably be the first time that I'm actually taking this perspective, looking at my hair this way, because usually when it's trimmed, it's extremely straight. So the cuticle is smoothed out. You don't really get to see where any lumps and bumps kind of exist within your hair. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. I'm pretty much just getting an even trim all over and kind of going from there, because if I was to cut any deeper, I don't know if you can even see the back now. Even if I was to cut maybe another inch off, I would still be able to see through the strands of my hair, if that makes sense. So I know that this trim is going to irritate some of you stylists that are kind of going through this like, girl, no, cut more. I promise you, this is something that I've dealt with for a minute, which is what makes it difficult to pretty much get my hair trimmed by other stylists when they're just pretty much looking for the thin areas, or so they seem. So anyway, I'm just going to continue to kind of go through my hair using the back as my kind of baseline for where I want my hair to hit. You guys remember, I do want to pretty much grow out the bang area, so I'll keep everything about the same exact length and kind of just go from there for the time being. So right now, I think that my hair is probably about 8 inches long the last time that I measured it, so that's just to kind of give you a perspective there. And I'm going to be doing the rice water treatment. Apparently, you should only do them about once a month for my hair texture, so I'm going to be trying that. Just a bunch of new stuff. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. If you guys have tried it out, let me know in the comments, because I'm curious to see if it actually works. My hair is kind of sensitive to protein, so I definitely don't want to over, you know, work my hair, thing like that. And like I said, just lightly dusting the ends and making sure that everything stays as even as possible. I think pretty much have gotten all the heat damage out of my hair as of right now, and we should be set. Pretty much you just want to make sure that everything is lined up properly. If you need assistance with this, don't hesitate to ask somebody for your help. And then once we get ready to just kind of make sure that everything is aligned properly, we're going to go ahead and pull the hair out at a 90-degree angle away from the scalp and just go ahead and start to trim across your baseline. So boom, we're going to get rid of those ends, and this is the area where I noticed before had not been properly cut. So we're going to now take the time to do that, just to really get rid of some of those areas that kind of needed to go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to continue to go through my hair, pulling everything, like I said, at the 90-degree angle, and I'm doing everything pretty blunt. I'm not going in and kind of point cutting, because I hate the way that that looks, especially because my hair naturally grows kind of like, you know, out of order anyway. It's like, yeah, I want to keep my ends as full looking as possible. So I go ahead and kind of chase this up towards the top or the crown part of my head as well. So once I get to the crown area, this is the area where I'm pretty much like, let's go ahead and just get rid of this now. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do on my next chop, I know that I'm like kind of just like in a weird space with this. I need to decide if I want to go ahead and pretty much just base my entire haircut off the top of my head, since that is the area that I want to grow out the longest, and this is kind of what I'm basing everything off of. Now that I'm kind of talking myself through this, y'all, I'm all over the place. I'm thinking I need to do that, and I hope you guys can see what I mean when I say that my hair is kind of peek through at the I guess throughout the shaft of it. But I guess I need to decide that, like, do I want to slowly cut it off, you know, towards the back, or do I want to go ahead and just do it all at once? I've gotten rid of all the heat damage, so it's kind of like, do you want longer curls right now, or what is it that you want to do? So I guess I'll figure that out at sometime near the future. But that is pretty much it for this video, you guys. You're gonna get the last little looks pretty much from here, and I'm just gonna kind of speed through the rest of this, and I'll be right back. babe, so that's pretty much it for the cut. We've got a decent shape going. We got rid of any of those kind of like weird ends, and this is pretty much it. From here, of course, I'm going to be doing some type of protective style, but this is what we looked like before, and this is what we look like after. So a nice little cleanup. This was my 8-week trim, and that's pretty much all that we're going to be doing from here. Leave any comments or questions down below. I love you guys so much. Stay pretty, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babies.